Peace and blessings, everybody. It's your girl Wendy Zizzo here with Nappy Red and Kirk the Jerk, and we are Awareness Academy 411. Here with the 411 to give you some information about life, all the good stuff, and give you our 2 and 10 cents and jewels and wisdoms. And don't try this at home. It's for educational purposes only. And if you do, it's on you. And yeah, first we're gonna go off with the sound off. Take it away, Red.
Oh, the sound off today is I'm trying to figure out what I put up there this week. I put so much up there.
Well, just pick
um,
one.
well, today's sound off. I want to talk about us fellas. We gotta go to the hospital and get checked out for our health and everything because we're losing a lot of people for cancer, heart attacks, strokes, and stuff
Word.
like that.
Men's
Because
health.
we definitely not taking care of ourselves. Some of us are, but some of us is not. Stress. That's what I want to talk about too, because stress is definitely one of the killers of females and males. Too much
Absolutely.
stress on your heart, and a lot of people have strokes because they can't take it. They're not eating right. um they think they well, but they not well and everything. So I want to touch on a little bit of that. D'Angelo, rest in peace, he passed away of pancreatic cancer, and that's the same thing my father passed away with, and it is hard to diagnose. So it just like we just got to do a little better with ourselves, us, especially our black men. We
I
definitely got to
agree.
do a little better.
I mean, there's so many
Mhm.
components with the way that why things are the way they are, from all the influences that we get from outside of what, you know, is socially acceptable of what what looks fun, like eating unhealthy and excessive drinking. The reason why a lot of these artists are dying so young is because they was having some unhealthy habits when they were younger. And no matter what age you are, you can do something to start on the right foot. You know what I mean? To get yourself to a better space. And first of all, it starts with your mindset. That's the first part, because you might tell yourself like, yeah, I'm gonna start exercising, right? And then you good for like the first couple weeks, and then you'll slowly go back into your old patterns. Why? Because you have old patterns. You have to change your mindset and how you see things. Don't wait to get that scare to finally make that decision to be like, all right, I'm gonna start making some changes. Like, even if you just start taking multivitamins every day, like there's so many people that don't even take multivitamins.
We got shit. It's damn shame that we gotta be careful with multivitamins now.
Yeah, well, look for
Oh
the
my
right ones. Like
god,
I
you
like
can't
Mary
even get a break
Roofs.
from winning.
Mary Roofs. Red, your video is looking crazy right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, the way that's moving, I ain't even gonna say what it look like. I'm gonna just say pause. But uh but no, like I like Mary Ruth's vitamins
Mhm.
because those are like they're vegan and they're all natural, and those are not just vitamins but also minerals, because a lot of times people aren't just vitamin deficient, we're mineral deficient.
Mhm.
Minerals as in the coppers, the magnesiums, the seleniums, the the zinc.
Yeah.
These are all minerals that your body needs. Like premature, like gray hair,
Mhm.
people think that's just always, oh, just because it runs in my family. It's also a copper deficiency.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So when you have low copper and you're not putting enough copper in your body, and how do you get copper in your body? Dark leafy greens,
Mhm.
chlorophylls, um collard greens, kales, dandelion root. What else can get these from? Naturally, or you can supplement. Go to those companies that have like the all natural vitamins, and
It's
try to just go through your sources.
it's a little scary now because a lot of people that's doing peer review studies, and they just recently did a study, and y'all can go to which site you can go to. You can go to Consumer Protection Bureau or something like that.
Hmm.
Not CFPB. I'm not. No, it's not. I forgot. I know it's one of the government agencies, and they just did a study, and they tested 66 different protein powders, and
Mhm.
and
The protein
and
powders are high
you know
in problems.
yeah, well, you know that protein powder has a binding with a lot of different stuff, and we know that always a little bit of mercury get in there, right? No,
Yeah,
not mercury. I'm sorry, lead.
yeah.
But which is normal. Lead gets into everything. There's nothing you can really do about it, especially if you're in a facility, something like that. But there's a tolerable level that doesn't affect your body or the significant, where it messes your mind. But studies has shown from this review that's through the government. I got to remember the site that explains that there is intolerable levels in a lot of different companies that makes powder, protein powder. So you got to be real careful. So that's why they always make a suggestion. If you have the ability to eat a lot of vegetables, try to eat a lot of vegetables. Try to get it the regular way. I know it's harder
Yeah.
because it's highly concentrated. When you get the powder, it gets you way more concentration of whatever nutrients you're trying to get versus a
then
vegetable.
look for different sources of powder. Like me
Yeah,
personally,
try to
I
do
like
some studies on
cassava.
do your own research.
Yeah, I want to look at that list, but like I
Yeah.
like cassava, and cassava is not just it has I think 35 grams of protein, but more importantly, it has a lot of vitamins and minerals. It even has low how in it, and low how is a high antioxidant fruit that helps with your immune system. So like
Yeah.
when I see stuff like that in the ingredients, I'm like, yeah, that's the natural stuff that I need for myself. But also when it comes to heavy metals in your body, there are ways to get the heavy metals out of your body. Cilantro is a great way to get heavy metals out of your body. If you start incorporating more cilantro into your meals, your salads or whatever, or your shakes, or whatever you cook with,
So cilantro, that's a good. I love cilantro. So I didn't know that
cilantro
helps get rid
actually
of metal
gets
out
the
of your
heavy
body. That sounds
metals
good.
out of your, it helps to pull the heavy metals out of your body. I think parsley too, but more so cilantro. What else is another good? We spoke about this once before. The zeolites. Zeolites
Yeah.
pull the heavy
That's what I
metals out of your
use.
body because that's
Yeah.
made from volcanic ash.
I use that every day.
What we're gonna do is the next time we
How you been feeling since you've been taking the zeolites? Fred?
Good. It's been good.
You
And
notice
plus,
a difference?
yeah, and plus, I just like the shakes and all that. I don't like that shake stuff. So I really like all week. I've been eating salad with tuna fish, but I got this tuna fish. It's called Safety Catch. It's the best tuna.
Be careful with tuna. Be careful with any like tuna
food.
fish.
I mean, I'm guilty of
because
tuna.
they're very high. Even though they have a significant amount of nutrients, like you get your omegas and stuff like that. The problem is that it's high as hell in sodium. Fish in general. So it's like
yeah.
sometimes you got to just try to find a healthy balance. I'm not saying not to eat it because that's a better alternative than
Well,
eating fried
it
chicken.
really depends on how
It's
much
better
of
than eating
it
fried
you're
chicken.
eating.
So
Like, don't eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know what I mean? Like,
no.
don't
If
eat it
you get this
every day, all
called
day.
Safety
type
Catch.
of thing.
It's called
I
Safety
think
Catch.
I heard of that one. It has a little cross
And-
on it.
Yeah, and the Safety Catch is the best to eat. If you look at this stuff, it's 95% excellent. And then any tuna fish in the cans or all that is no. As a matter of fact, it's real low in mercury. Real low in mercury.
So I gotta
I'm
find me that
stuck.
myself.
but is it low in cholesterol? Because that's what fish comes with, a lot of cholesterol.
No, it is because it costs $3.50 a pack.
Oh damn! Okay.
It costs $3.50
That's
a
boiler
pack.
money right there.
So I get it because it's $3.50 pack, and then when I look at the other tuna fishes, what they 89 cents, $1.25, and then when I put it comparison, is no way like the sodium and like tuna fish or Charlie tunas and all that. It's like 89% higher, way higher. I'm sitting there like,
not for nothing.
hell
Your prices sound pretty damn good in Virginia, though.
Listen, pay now or pay later. I mean, I haven't
Yeah,
seen tuna fish under $1.50 or $2 a can in years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Like,
that's the Virginia prices.
Can sell.
We're not
ain't
paying
sexy
that.
no more.
No.
Can
But
ain't
I'm
sexy
talking
no more.
about
That's the truth.
no. I'm talking about at the dollar store. They like 89 cents to $1.25.
Yeah, what dollar store we got? What dollar store we got that got canned tunas?
Because Because now
Mhm.
all the dollar stores is 125, and they
Yeah,
sell all the way up to 20, I think $20
the Dollar
in
Tree.
the
You talking
store.
about Dollar
Yeah,
Tree? The Dollar Tree is my
Dollar Tree.
shit.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna stop
yeah.
going there. That's a drug place.
I don't know. So
I rack up.
some places like when I see certain products at 99-cent stores, like toothpastes and
Oh
different
no, I
things
don't get
that
none of that.
cost double in stores, I'm like, nah, I'm
No,
not
but they
buying
got
that.
they got Colgate. Colgate is a very
I mean,
popular
I don't use that
brand.
anyway because I don't use
Yeah,
Colgate is poison.
I don't use fluoride
yeah, but they
toothpaste.
sell it. They sell either buy Colgate from the 99-cent store or pay $5 at CVS somewhere.
Well,
So I
See,
mean,
no.
all
So
my
you have to
toothpaste.
listen. Hold up.
yeah.
A lot of these products are not made in places that are high quality. Like I'll
No
give you
place.
an
No, none of them
example.
are.
I'm gonna
These
give you an
American
example,
factories is.
right?
If you see,
So I
yeah.
ordered. The deodorant that I use it has no aluminum. It's aluminum free deodorant, right? It doesn't have all the phosphates and all the stuff the cancer causing. I always get it from like CVS or Walgreens. Never had a problem. I used to order it a lot also in bulk through Amazon. And then the last time I got it, it actually was causing me problems. Like I was like having like irritation on my mouth. Like, what the hell is wrong with this deodorant? Like I've been using it for years. And I said, you know what? I just stopped using it. And then I went to Walgreens and bought one there and I started using it, no problem. So I say
Yeah.
that to say is that there's a lot of companies that are doing knockoffs. So and that's what I mean by the stuff that's in like 99-cent stores. Like some of that stuff's are
No, I
knockoff.
won't. The 99-cent store won't have knockoffs.
Yes, they
They
will.
just have like close to like best sell products close to expired, but they don't get. Dollar Tree has regular American supplies. If you, I know personally.
No.
It's
But
just that
see,
it's just that Amazon is different. See, you
yeah,
talking about vendors
Amazon
online.
is
That's
coming from
different.
all different sellers and stores. We
yeah,
don't
But
know where it's
correct.
coming
Dollar
from.
Tree. Here's the thing. Remember when you talking about commercial brands. Dollar Tree is a multi-billion-dollar company. They would get their asses sued like crazy. Amazon could handle a lawsuit because Amazon got mad vendors, so they could just say, "Oh well."
They just throw it on the vendor.
They throw it on the vendor, but
Yeah.
a Dollar Tree can't do that. Dollar Tree selling them a knockoff shit. Guess what? They're gonna get sued by the company directly, and that's why they can get the products for cheap because a lot of times
All right,
when
so
you get
let us not talk negatively about Dollar
no.
Tree
I'm
because
gonna
we
tell
don't
you. I'm
want
gonna
them
tell you how
coming
Dollar
after
Tree get
us.
their products. I'm gonna tell you how they get it. I'm gonna tell you how they get it. It's real simple. Some of the products has been sitting on the shelf for a long time in other facilities,
Yeah,
right?
they're like, what's the beef?
That's
We getting
like
all the
what's safe is
leftovers.
it? Yeah, well, like even with their meat, some of their stuff is almost close to not too far from expired. So if you actually get for something from Dollar Tree, just know you need to eat that within a week or two. Don't be lingering and all that because they're not getting the fresh products like just made and it's coming directly there. No. The
Yeah.
reason why they're able to sell it for so cheap is because they're getting the products when it's been sitting for a while, but it still
True.
have a best sell
But
date and it's not going to expire.
true.
So all their products is real. It's just that it's not the top of the notch. You
But
know what I'm
look,
Well,
saying? Yeah.
for the last
go ahead,
3
Ray.
years, for the last 3 years, I've been got palm all of my toothpaste and deodorant is vegetable based made and
Nice.
everything.
That's what's up.
I don't deal with none of that like
None of them
Colgate and
chemicals,
yeah, none of that. Like
antiperspirants.
my toothpaste is on black seed and something else
I
and
use
everything.
Sensodyne. I use Sensodyne.
And I
Try to
use
spend
either
that
Tom's.
$10 a pop. I
I
add
don't use
Sensodyne for my
fluoride
teeth.
in my toothpaste. I'm not doing no fluoride. I'm not messing with my pineal gland. And just so people know what I'm talking about, your pineal gland is the gland that's in the middle of your brain that controls the melatonin. That's so for you to sleep, and also DMT, like natural DMT. That's how you dream, right? So when your pineal gland is like a magnet for fluoride. So once you drink water with fluoride or toothpaste with fluoride, you let the dentist hit you with the fluoride, they lied, right? It's a toxin. So once it goes into your pineal gland, it starts to calcify it. And the only way to decalcify it is one, stop, with the fluoride. And there's different supplements. I think like cod liver oil is one of the ones that help to decalcify. I'm not sure. Y'all can look it up.
Yeah.
But
It's called liver
but
oil because
there's
I take that every day.
so when you decalcify your pineal gland, well, on a more spiritual side of it, your pineal gland is your third eye. It
Mhm.
literally has the same, it has crystalline shapes in it, like cones, which is the same thing that's in your eyeball.
Mhm.
So it actually has the same receptors in it as your eyeball does. So not only did it, historically they call it the third eye, it literally has similar components in it to your eye. So it is your third eye. So it's something that we should be more mindful of. And I think because a lot of people don't know, they just don't know and they don't understand. And these are like the little changes that you can be making in your lifestyle to start moving towards a healthier lifestyle. Like anybody out there, like if you're listening to what we're saying and you're like, yeah, I would like to change my lifestyle, make small changes, instead of getting like what we're talking about with deodorant, right? Them antiperspirant, yeah, okay, they keep you from stinking the whole day, but they also have aluminum in it. And under your
Hmm.
armpits are your lymph nodes. I'm a stage
Mhm.
4 cancer survivor of lymphoma. So I'm not putting anything in my lymph nodes that's going to make them harm them in any way, shape, or form. Right. So using antiperspirants like that, you're putting
Mhm.
the aluminum right into your underarms. And also a lot of them have parabens. Parabens are known to be cancer causing agents as well. And that's going, you put it on your underarm, it's being soaked, like literally absorbed
These
right into your lymph nodes. And I don't
these
care if I get in trouble if I say it. In my opinion, it's also a big reason why breast cancer is such a big thing, is
this
because of the antiperspirant.
allegedly,
Nope, I ain't saying
yeah.
alleged.
You
Because
you should,
real talk,
because if we don't actually did the study ourselves, we got to say alleged because we want to protect ourselves.
all
We don't
right,
want to
I
we don't
need
want
a
to get sued.
study to
No, it's not about
confirm
having a
common
study. It's
sense.
just
If you're
that just remember
putting a
if
heavy metal under your armpits, which is connected to your breast, which your lymph nodes is also connected to your breast and your
Mhm.
blood flow and your tissue. Yeah, allegedly using that type of deodorant is gonna cause you problems. But
Mhm.
there's a lot of different ways that you could just start making these changes, like what we're saying with supplements, you know doing meal replacements, fasting, don't eat
Mhm.
it at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like fasting,
yeah.
intermittent fasting is another one where you
Mhm.
only eat for an 8-hour window through your day, and then the
Yep.
rest you don't eat anything at all, or you just
I've
drink
been doing
water.
that for 10 years.
Yeah, intermittent fasting
it's
is
Nice.
dope.
it's
Now,
easy too.
I would also tell people if
Mhm.
you are doing intermittent fasting, you
Mhm.
should be supplementing, because if you're doing it long term, you will start losing minerals and vitamins in your body. If you like intermittent fasting, you should be doing it for like 3 to 6 months at a time. If
Mhm.
you're doing it count, because I noticed when I did it for like 2 years,
Mhm.
and I started to notice that I needed to start taking more vitamins. And once I started taking more vitamins, I started feeling better. But you things like that you want to just do intermittently. You know, um,
Well, every month I do a 3-day fast,
that's
Friday,
great.
Saturday, and Sunday.
Listen, there's
Mm.
been scientific studies that says after, I think it's 48 hours of a fast, or 36 hours. Yeah, after 36 hours, your body
Yeah.
starts to eat the bad cells. Like
Mm.
all of the bad stuff, your body starts to eat it, and now it's generating new stuff. So fasting is actually a really healthy
Hmm.
way to overcome a lot of stuff.
Yep.
But
Because you're
again,
not feeding.
if you're mineral deficient, you
Mhm.
want to supplement, because you're literally a walking, talking, breathing star, meaning you have hemoglobin, stars have hemoglobin, you have iron, stars have iron, you have selenium, magnesium, copper, all of the same components that are in a star. You have the same thing.
Mhm.
So, you know, you could burn
Amino
out too.
acids and proteins.
You could burn
But we
out
got
too.
we got to switch gears because we damn
Yeah,
near
yeah,
about to make
yeah.
this
I
an
want to talk about.
infomercial.
Yeah, I want to talk
Well, real
about
quick,
something.
rest in peace to D'Angelo.
D'Angelo. Yeah.
Oh
Mhm.
man, that was definitely a hit to the neo
Mhm.
soul
Yeah.
and black rock, in the sense, like he was such a dope artist. Like his music is timeless for real.
What's not to
And
mention him and Angie
Angie
Stone. They only
Stone.
died 7 months apart. So,
That's
Yeah.
and the
crazy.
funny thing is, he already had his cancer issue, and his son stated, allegedly, his son stated, because I don't know, you know how AI be playing games, so I don't know if everything is factual, but his son was
AI
speaking
is
out on
wild,
YouTube.
yo.
Allegedly, was speaking out on YouTube, stating that once Angie Stone died, his father situation debilitated even worse and got much worse because he was depressed
Broken
that
heart.
Angie Stone passed away. Even though that they wasn't together, doesn't mean that he don't have no love for her, you know.
Yeah.
And now his son, you know, D'Angelo has a few kids, but the one that they have together, they have one kid together, a son, and yo, he said he don't want to live. He really don't want to live. He don't got both neither one of his parents. And he's young.
He
Remind you,
said
he's not
that.
old.
I seen a statement where he said that his parents taught him how to be strong, so that's what he
Yeah, but
intends
he
to
said
do.
that he don't want to live. So he said he don't want to live too in a statement. And he got a raspy, deep
I can
voice. So
understand.
it sounds
I
like
can
it's him.
understand the deep pain
It
in
might just be
that.
a momentarily feeling. Because
Yeah,
think
I can
about
definitely
it.
understand the deep pain in that. But realistically, let's. This
He
is
said he
where
claimed. He said he claimed on his father because once his mother died, that's when he's like clanging on his dad because all right, my mom is
yeah.
gone
Then
now, so I'm
listen,
clanging
I
on my
couldn't
dad, and then my
imagine
dad
losing
died.
both parents that close apart. And there's a lot of people out there that do lose their parents close together because a
Yeah.
lot of times, you know, say they were married for a long time, and one passed away, the other one goes like within days, you know, and it's something that I feel like because we haven't had enough education and understanding around death, that instead of seeing it as the next level in life, and you know, people feel like they're being left behind, that they're being left alone, they're never going to see this person ever again, so now, you know, they'll never have those experiences. Like
I don't think
one
there's enough
in
education
Black
for that though.
Panther, you remember in the first movie Black
Yeah.
Panther when he went over to the Astro side,
Mhm.
to see when he's seen his father, and
Yeah.
his father said, I would have failed as a father if I did not prepare you for my death. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, of course you're gonna miss your parents. I'm not telling people not to miss your
Yeah.
parents. Oh, you 100% gonna miss your parents. And at the same time,
Mhm.
none of us are meant to be here forever. You
Yeah, that's
know,
true, but I don't think it's any education, especially if
oh,
this
there's
is the
definitely
person.
education, because if our culture was brought up on how death and transitioning is something that should
No, but
be
that's a
honored,
culture.
and
I'm talking about like as an actual course that can teach you to think a
I took a
certain way.
course. I had
I,
a my
there's
first semester
nothing
in
that's gonna
college
stop me
was
from being messed up if I lose my
no
parents. Yeah,
my first class was
yeah.
the psychology of death and dying. That was one of
Mhm,
my first courses when I now, you know, back in school.
mhm,
And it spoke about the different cultures of death, understanding the different perspectives, how people go about death and the
mhm,
celebrations, the ceremonies, the different ways that people either bury their dead, or
mhm,
some cultures actually put them out on top of like it's like a tower. It's called the Tower of Silence.
mhm.
There's old Crashians do this, and the Buddhists too. They leave the bodies out and let the animals eat them, and
Yeah.
that's because they believe that that's the ultimate level of giving back to Mother Nature, is to give your body back to her in that way, other than burying it. You
Screw
know,
Mother
so
Nature. She violent as hell, man.
well, true, but
we,
my
but we
point
ain't
is
shit
that
either.
seeing, understanding, just getting that next level of understanding. Of course, to some people it's morbid. They're like, "Oh, that's
Yeah,
morbid.
I'm
I don't
no,
want to
no, no.
talk
I'm just
about
saying.
that."
I'm
You
just
know,
saying.
but it's inevitable.
At my age right now, I'm 44 years old, right?
Hmm.
If I would take a course on death, it's not going to change anything. You know why? Because of the fact that I know that I'm not going to be able to call this person right now and have a good phone call conversation with them and talk to them and laugh and giggle with them. So ain't no education is going to train me for that.
I'm not.
Even
That's
when
not
people
what I'm
say they
talking
train, no,
about.
I'm just saying in general, where people say, oh, somebody, like, let's say somebody close to you is dying, right? And it's been like a
Hmm.
matter of a couple of years, but you know that they had a debilitating health, and you know it was just a matter of time they're gonna leave this earth. So
Hmm.
you knew for years you had to prepare yourself. They tell you don't worry about me. They tell you they're in good spirits. All this great
Versus a
conversation,
sudden
and then when they
tragic
die,
type
you
of
lose
death.
your mind.
Yeah.
You know,
Versus
it's not.
Like, listen, I started this when I started this subject. I'm
Yeah.
not telling anybody not to grieve. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is, the more understandings that you have of these things,
Mhm.
the more it just makes it a little easier to digest, and it might help you find more peace a little faster. Like, of course, everybody's going to go through their grieving process. You can't get away from that. That's natural.
Yeah.
However, like for me, when my dad passed away, because I'm a lot more educated in terms of spirituality or death and how I experience it, and also because I have the ability to be more open and feel his energy around me and communicate with him on some level, because I understand that there's no such thing as death. Death itself is just a process of transitioning from this life to the next life.
That's true. Yeah.
So
Scientifically, it
we're
is.
never, that's like whenever people say I'm sorry for your loss, I never say that to people, because just saying that you lost something means that you'll never experience it ever again. And that's not true, because there's people right now, and I can guarantee you when I say this, they'll be like, yup. How many times a loved one passes away and you'll have a dream about them?
Yeah.
It could be within the time they pass, it could be years later, but you'll have a dream. They'll come to you in your dream, and that's not a dream, it's real. Because again, we can't see everything. We only see in less than 1% of the light spectrum. So we are energy. Like, there's energy flowing through your body right now. That's why your heart is beating. What do you think happens to that energy when you pass away? It doesn't disappear. It doesn't just poof, that's the end. Like, no, you transition into another frequency. So now us as energy beings and energetic people and beings, we can tune into that frequency. Our loved ones are trying to get our attention all the time, whether they're sending us signs like birds or money or
Our
coming to your
ancestors.
dreams. They're trying to get our attention. They'll send somebody into your life at the perfect place at the perfect time. Or, like, I remember recently I was just going through a little something, and I was saying to my dad, like, Dad, like, I really, send me a sign of something that you around right now. I'm just going through something. And the next day I go to work. The first place that I go that day to work at, the name of the place was Anthony's. And that's my dad's name. So you can't tell me that this ain't, no, I mean, I could tell you some bugged out stories of experiences
I would
that
just
I had.
say, this is we all living in a simulation. The end.
Oh, absolutely.
So
We
when you
were
think
definitely
that, when you think something is new, and you're
But-
like, wait a
but
second, I think I've
realistically-
done this before, nigga. You probably did.
But real
How
talk, though,
about
if you
that?
know,
We're a
but-
hamster on a wheel going like this to
over
sophisticated
and over and
aliens
over,
that's
right?
watching us.
But real talk, if you knew that on some level you could still communicate with your loved one, when they do pass away, it will lessen the pain just a little bit, because you know that they're still there.
I mean, a lot of people,
way.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. A lot of Southerners believe in that already. That's normal. They always talk about the ancestors. Some people don't call the ancestors. They say, oh, like, for
'Cause they were
example,
educated
a
on
good
that.
conversation. My mother, for example, my mom's like, anytime her mother comes in her dream, somebody dies. And it's always been like that. And she hate to see, it's sad to see her mom, but her mom is coming, that it's time to take somebody home. And much as a lot of black people want to get away from the ancestry rims and stuff like that, African spiritual systems, they believe in that. It is prominent in everything, because when you look at it, a lot of people say, yeah, my sister came to me and my her sister passed away. My sister came to me and then next thing you know, in my dream, and then so and so is dead. Because your ancestors are still there. The people that die, they join the ancestry realm, and they sitting there trying to let you know, is give you a signal as best way they can.
Yep.
And it's an image of something you already recognize.
I'll even go as far as saying this information is something that we practice for thousands of years. That's why naturally when somebody passes away in the hood, what do y'all want to do? Pour out, a little something for my people. That's giving libation. That's something that our ancestors been doing for thousands of years. That's in our DNA. You know what I mean? Lighting candles, having some type of music playing and things like that. Like this is in our DNA. So we
Yeah.
already knew this. That the problem is that we forgot a lot of it. So that's why I was saying, like, the more educated you are, the more aware of different, perspectives of death that you have can give you a little bit more comfort in those times. Like when my father passed away, that my father was my best friend. I spoke to my father he was the first person I spoke to in the morning and the last person I spoke to at night before I went to bed. And that was like that for years. So to just suddenly that's it. Of course I went
Yeah.
through it. I
Sucks,
definitely
man.
went through it. And at the same time, like I said, because I'm educated, because I have this awareness and I've been strengthening my abilities, it's easier for me to communicate with him where he is now. He didn't leave, he's just changed form. So now I just got to learn how to communicate and hear him the way he is. And everything I'm saying now, people, I hope you could take that information and it helps you in some way, shape, or form whenever you're going through, because it's inevitable. Like I said, we ain't here forever, and everybody is gonna pass away.
That's true. It's
So
guaranteed.
it's guaranteed. Like if anything is born, it has an expiration date. Period. And everybody got different exit strategies. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So that's why I'm saying, like, being educated on these things does help. But moving along,
let's talk about the debate with Zohar Madani and
Madani was
Andrew
eating up-
Cuomo
he was
and Curtis
eating them
Sliwell.
eating them up.
Well,
I
hold on.
loved it. Huh?
Before
No.
y'all do that, I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to go. I'd like to say peace and blessings and everything. Yeah, give me 1 minute. 1 minute. Peace and
Okay.
blessings, and I'll holler back at y'all.
All
All right,
Red,
my
we'll
brother.
catch
You
you
take
next
it easy, all
weekend.
right? Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah.
So cool.
Okay, we gotta fix this now. That's right. That's
Make
how
it
we do
bigger.
it. Yeah, right. That's
Bam.
that's mad big, right? Like goddamn
And
bullseye
we
on
all
the
up
head
in
and
your
shit.
face.
In
No,
the
but
fist, in the fist.
in your face. But
Man,
actually, before
yeah.
we even go into about the political thing, I want to
Yeah.
segue just a little bit into how what I was just talking about also kind of goes into mental health, because it's really the way that you see things is just gives you a different perspective on how to deal with it. And more importantly, the more tools that you have to work on yourself with things and help you work through things is helpful. Like, I know what it's like to deal with depression and anxiety, and people trust me when I tell you, oh my God, I actually made a video about this on my TikTok. Please don't think that just because I'm educated on this stuff and I know a lot of things, I know a little bit about a lot of things, that I don't go through shit. You know what I mean? That I don't have a moment where I want to curse somebody out, or, have my own moments of, having to come back to the stuff I know. You know what I mean? Like
being
people don't
smart
think
don't
I'm
have us
human now.
nigga.
Like
Being
people think,
smart
oh,
don't give us nigga
you a
moments.
self-love coach, so you can't disagree with somebody in a way that looks triggering. Like, shut up. But because I've been working on myself for so long, I also developed different tools. And one of my favorite tools that I have, other than my book, The Secret Power of Journaling, which is journaling is a great tool. I came up with the Posi balls, with the affirmation balls. So we're just gonna have a quick commercial break, so y'all can see these Posi balls.
Check it
You know what
out.
I mean? Check it
Manifest happiness now. Change your life now with positive affirmation balls. Simply roll, read the positive message, receive it, and smile, and roll it again. 4 different balls that will make you feel good about life. Posi balls, what you put in your mind matters.
Word. That's them Posi balls.
Come get the Posi balls.
Come get the Posi balls. And real quick, I'm just gonna go through them just real quick. So there's 4 different types of balls. Well, there's 4 balls. Each one serves a different purpose. The purple ball is more like, I want to say, those comforting messages, those bring you back into balance if you're bugging out type messages. That's what the purple ball is. Like, an example would be, you are abundant in all things, or what about right now makes you grateful. What about you makes you grateful? Like, these are the type of affirmations that just bring you more into the moment and help you to kind of like push out everything else because you're just thinking about what these are saying. The other ball is the affirmation of abundance mindset. So this ball has a lot of abundant mindset type of affirmations, like my health is wealth, or you are supported, or I always have more money. And I love rolling these two together because then the messages be dope. That's why I call these the mood duo, the mood boosting duo. Then you have the orange ball, which is the confidence boosting ball, which is I am statements. I am and you are statements. When you're having like really, like, say you're just, you're feeling a little down about yourself, or maybe you have to go up for an interview, or you got to go do something where you're in front of people. Like, I am statements are a great way to just boost up your confidence in that moment to get your goat. And the last ball is the green to go ball. So this is the ball if you're bored, you don't know what to do with yourself. 12 different ideas. You just keep rolling it until there's something on here that you feel like doing. And the point of this is just to get you to move, to get you in action. Because once you're doing things and you get into action, that'll lead you to more things that make you happy. So that's the whole Posi Balls in the bunch. Poziballs.com, POZI balls.com. Check them out.
Check it out.
Positive balls. They're dope. Trust me. They're a lot of fun.
That's what's up. That's awesome, man. You got to go get the Posi Balls. People, check it out. It's amazing, and try to get it quick as possible because it's going fast.
Yeah,
So
they are. They're going
get your
fast.
order. Get
Like,
your
people,
order.
they
Tell your
loving
friends and
these.
family.
They loving the balls. They loving the Posi Balls.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
pretty good.
especially with today's political climate, yeah, you need as much
You
positive
need
balls
enough.
as you
You
can
need
get
something
your hands on.
positive. You definitely need a few things positive, and Posi Balls is one of them. So,
Absolutely.
and y'all can play with your family if y'all going through some things right now. Or if, even like she said before, we talk about loss, right? Losing a loved one. You need something to occupy your mind and make you feel better.
Yeah,
Going,
you can
having
ask the
down
questions.
times.
You
Yeah.
can. I would roll together the purple and the yellow one. I'm sorry, the purple and the yellow one, and ask a question like, will I do okay in this, or is one of my family members around me right now, and just see what comes up. You never know. You never know
That's
the
it.
combination of affirmations that will come up, and you're like, yo, that resonates. That has something to do with what I'm dealing with right now. Oh my God. Like,
That's it.
I actually
Yeah.
had these women playing with them, and every role she's like, yo, we were just talking about that. So yeah, I love synchronicities like that.
Check it out.
Yeah, check
And-
them out. But so moving along back to the political field of things. So
entertainment. We're gonna talk about the three candidates.
Let's say with the world, right?
Yeah.
I'm happy to see that there's some type of progress with what's going on in like Gaza and stuff. Who to give the credit to?
This is hard for us to say, people, but we're gonna say Donald Trump at the moment.
We'll give him the
We
credit.
give him President Trump at the moment.
I'm gonna
as
give
long
him
as
the
it
credit.
stay
If
long, as long as
sticks.
it stays.
It has to stick. If it
Yeah.
sticks, I'll give him the credit. Cool.
Because
You-
I'm
you
gonna
got
rescind.
that.
I'm gonna rescind my. I'm gonna rescind everything if it doesn't stay because it's kind of shaky right now. But
Well,
we'll
they
see what
did
happens.
The next day after they said they was gonna stop, they didn't. So let's see.
We'll see what happens.
see
Who
what
knows?
happens.
Maybe it'll hold up this time. I pray for everybody. Peace to everybody in the Middle East, and I hope everybody get along and live life in harmony and happiness
I've
and
seen
work
it
it
so
out.
much-
We all a human race, so at some point we need to just get along. Whether you
Would be nice.
black, white, or whatever color you are, or whatever identity you have, we all need to get along because we the human race, and Mother Nature is taking us out little by little. If anything, we need to team up and protect ourselves
The
because
words
that's
of
the
Rodney
biggest
King.
gangster.
Can't we all just get along?
Yeah. But looking at this race, I enjoyed watching it yesterday. It was the first debate. They got one more debate before the election. And Zohar Madani, it was Andrew Cuomo, and it was Curtis Lewa. And the reason why I enjoyed it so much is because I got a chance to see certain different perspectives. And unfortunately, I would say Curtis Lewa wasn't given the opportunity to get enough questions asked or whatever the case is, right? But I think he held his own, and I think he did a pretty good job on stage. As far as Andrew Cuomo, he's washed up. He need to just quit. He need to just quit the game. I don't know if his donors are making him do it. Like, get up there and do something, because he's and remind you, he's a lawyer by trade, so he's supposed to have the ability to chew everybody apart on stage, because attorneys, think about it, when you go to school to get a Juris Doctorate, you're going to school, when you learn how to talk. You're not out talk everybody. That's why
you're learning law language.
That's why you got people like JD Vance. I disagree with 100% who he talks about, but he know how to say it very well. Why? Because he went to Yale, one of the hardest schools to go to. He went there and he got his law degree. So because he went to Yale and got his law degree, he know how to talk and he know how to spin bullshit. But back to the point. Back to the debate, I think Zohran Madani held his own. And it wasn't nothing too shocker where I'm like, oh my God, everybody went crazy. But I will say this. He's the front runner right now. Right now, he's landsliding everybody, right? So the only way these two candidates, Curtis Lewa and Cuomo, have any shot, they will have to do something incredible to change the shift between Zohran Madani and everybody. And the thing is, Zohran Madani is very resilient. He know how to talk. He answered the questions very well. Yeah, look, it was good. 2 hours, man. I sat here for 2 hours and I watched it. I was like, damn. They asked him some tough questions. He handled it. He talk about experience. I think the experience part had me rolling when Andrew Cuomo was like, oh, you don't got no experience. You don't got no experience. And yeah, he said, yeah, I don't got no experience because in COVID, when you send a lot of old people to their death, I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, he was going, yo.
He crushed it. He said, that's the experience you got.
I didn't watch the whole thing, but I've been seeing a lot of clips, shit. And I seen that clip. I was like, ooh, damn. Even the thing with the free buses, I agree with that. Yeah. I agree with the free buses, because part of the problem that people have is that they're being bled dry at every angle. You know what I mean? You're paying all this money to get on the bus, then you got to buy the price of food gone up,
And I support the congestion toll. I support it. You know why? At first I didn't, and I was like one of the people, oh my God, that's crazy. But the reality that the hours for congestion is not all day long. It's not like you have to go back and forth and you're paying that fee. No, once it's from 6 to 9, that's it. There's no congestion prices. So you're not paying. If you leave after 9 or you leave before 6 and get across the tunnel before 6.
6 a.m. though? Isn't it 6 a.m. to 9
Yeah, because a lot of people work early as hell or they work late as hell.
The only issue that I have I agree with the congestion pricing to a degree.
The part where I stop
at is when you have a lot of people that work for city jobs. If you work for the fire department, if you work for the police department, if you don't work for corrections, you should be excused from paying these if you're getting to work.
If you're if you're a first responder.
Not even just first responder. You have doctors, nurses, people that have.
Well, those are people that can afford it, though.
Not necessarily.
A doctor can't afford.
A doctor, yeah, that's fine. All right, so let me resend that.
And a nurse can't. Nurses make like 90 grand plus.
So let's go back to city workers, like the EMTs.
City workers, yeah, EMTs.
Let's go to fire department alone.
Fire department, EMTs,
already
yes.
One of the lowest paid and most necessary, important positions that we have in the city, and they should not be having to pay for congestion pricing.
Why is it that they pay? I never understood the union. How is it that
it's
the
not
work
the
they
union,
do?
It's the city. The city don't want to cough up no money.
No, but I'm talking about they have a union. What the union's doing about it? They can't do anything. They have no power.
The unions are fighting as much as they can, but you're fighting with the city. And also, it's the budget. That's the biggest problem.
Okay,
you know what I mean? The budget keeps getting cut. The budget keeps getting reduced. Why? Because they're putting the money in places it don't need to be. You know what I mean?
So it's safe to say EMTs are just like school teachers, underpaid.
Let's here's one of the biggest wastes of money that I've seen MTA do was changing all of the subway maps. There was nothing wrong with the subway maps the way they were. Mm-hmm. They put millions of dollars into changing all of these subway maps those millions of dollars could have been paying the salary of EMT workers for years.
But that's
For a
the
couple years.
problem. The problem is that you got people at the top that never notice, and this is what I hate when I see people in leadership positions don't know what it's like to be poor and can't relate to poor. Don't even study, because you don't need to be poor to understand poor. You can study it. You can study and understand the conditions, the psychology of people, but they don't even take the time to study this stuff.
No, they don't.
And they
blame-
just say,
they
"Oh, I'm
blame
gonna make
people for
changes
being
here. I'm
poor.
gonna change some flyers on some goddamn train. I'm gonna change it all over, and I'm gonna spend millions of dollars for it." What a funny way to spend money.
Listen,
But-
I'm actually upset that I didn't get one of the old maps so I could hang it up somewhere in my house. Like
Right? Laminated.
that old, well, they do have I think it's once a year. They have the
Mhm.
it's like a yard sale for all of the old decommissioned signs and
Yeah.
all the decommissioned parts from subways and stuff. So I'm pretty sure that's gonna be out there this
Hella
year.
money
So
eventually.
I
Give
might
it some
need to
time.
go
It's
over
gonna-
there and grab me one of those because
before it's gonna
I
go
grew
up.
up in
Give it.
NYC. I have a picture of it, but I want an actual subway map. That's actually
Now-
a dope picture.
Now, one of the things that Zohar Madani is gonna do is not nothing new under the sun as far as what is it? Child care. Child care is normal. Bill de Blasio did it, and it was successful. You know, a lot of people was able to save some money because think about it. The average person spends around
Childcare is
almost $20,000 a year in child care. So think about if you don't have a job that pay that much, and you got to wonder why everybody's not quick to go to work. Because think about it. If you and your husband, like for example, y'all low income people, right? And y'all got a couple of kids, right? It costs around 20 grand a year. One of y'all gonna do the work and the other one gonna stay home and watch the kids. And it's not because both of y'all don't want to work, it's because childcare is so expensive.
Mhm.
So in New York, supposed to be the richest city in America, right? They need to create more subsidies that can help the the New York people. Why not?
Speaking of which,
We
they
give so
just-
much money out to other states to help all these red states. Why not keep some of that money here?
They just released the new estimated cost of living to live comfortably in New York City, which is at you have to make $184,420 a year
God,
in order
damn.
to live comfortably in New York City. And that's in-
184,000 to live comfortable in New York
184,000.
City.
That means about 70% of New Yorkers is broke. Like we all
Yeah.
poor. Like
Mhm.
if you ain't making 184,000,
Mhm.
you ain't living that comfortably. And what's bugged out about that is if that's the cost of living in New York City, why are city workers underpaid? Like if
Mhm.
you're working for the city, you should be making enough to go with what the cost of living is, right? Like that's how they should
That's
be paying
crazy.
you. Being a city worker should be a perk. like,
Exactly.
oh, I work for the city, so that means I can live comfortably now. No, like they just be going crazy on city workers. Like,
Mhm.
no, and it's just not cool.
And what I would say is that, you know, everybody's entitled to a decent wage, and that's what I want to support Zohar Madani, because when you look at the other candidates, one of them talk about saving animals. No disrespect to Curtis Lee. Well, I think I respect for him, the Guardian Angels, big respect for him. But all I heard from him, I didn't hear anything about helping everyday New Yorkers with their bills. All they did was talk about he gonna save the animals and he gonna put more police out there to protect the people.
They
and
don't
then
need
you-
more police. They need more programs to
They
help
need more
educate
programs. They need
people
more
and-
like Zohar Madani got the right idea. He want to put more psychologists on the street to go out there and help these people. The reason why these
that
people
they
are
need
committing all
more
these crimes.
trainings to teach people how.
No.
to
You don't
to
train
make
police
money.
officers. You just hire people that's already trained, and that's what he wants to do. Because here's the thing: the reason why a lot of these people with mental health issues commit these type of crimes because
They
just
don't have
remember they touch the system more than one time. Meaning that by the time they hit the crime, they already been incarcerated 30, 40 times. They already had police contact so many different times. So it's like we get to them so late that they already messed up. So this new system that he's trying to do, he's trying to address it immediately. The minute there's a situation, address it immediately before it gets out of hand. And these programs they got, it's like $4,000. He said that lasts for that's only for a year. It's $4,000 program for a year versus putting somebody in Rikers Island, which is $4,000 for 3 days. So the question is, it's a no-brainer. For the people that have mental health issues, send them into the programs.
That's
You
what
know,
I
it's
just
like a
said.
clubhouse
They need more
program.
programs to support people so that, because most mental health issues happen because people's basic needs are not being met, which is food, shelter, and community. Right? These are the three things that we need to survive. You know, is food, shelter, and community. If any of those are there's a problem, there's gonna be a problem. You know what I mean? If you don't have the food, if you don't have the shelter, and you don't have community around you, because everybody's all, you know, for themselves,
That's true.
there's gonna always be problems. So if you're educating kids, having programs for them to go and do things and explore and even hone in on their own skills and their own creativities, like these are the things that will progress us further. Like it costs more to keep everybody broke than it does to make everybody comfortable.
That's true.
You know, like I get it, because you got a lot of greedy people that just want to have man, you know, they want everybody to be man, you know, versus actually being a productive part of society, you know. But
that's true.
Let's see what happens, because every mayor that I've seen in my lifetime talks a lot of good stuff before they get elected, and then when they get elected, I don't see none of that.
Well, here's the thing. This is what I want everybody to be at ease about. People never really get. First of all, we never really had a progressive that doesn't receive corporate PAC money. Every politician that we got before that was always receiving some type of money, so they're obligated to some extent to corporations, right? This guy is different. He's anti-corporation, but he knows he has to work with corporations because they have a right to exist and they have a right to make money. And he knows without corporations, the city won't do so well. So what he's trying to do is bridge the balance where corporations is just taking and taking and taking and taking, but the people, the working people, they just losing. All right, let's close this gap. Every other person came along, oh, I'm going to do for the corporation. Why? Because the corporation gave me a bag. This one don't care about that stuff. So I guarantee you guys, and I don't even know this man completely, but I already know his record from being an assemblyman, and he's already progressive. He already raised $500 million for people that lost jobs for, I think, the taxi industry within Long Island. And he already, you know, he raised $500 million already. He's just assemblyman. Assemblyman's don't really doing stuff like that. So he already doing stuff that's, been doing stuff that's against the odds.
Man win. I want to see the best man
win. No, he already,
I already know, man succeed.
He already gonna win. There's no way. There's no way anybody win unless the election is rigged. And I'm gonna be like Donald Trump. I'm gonna be like Donald Trump. This shit was rigged or what? Let me know. Nah, but there's no way he's not gonna win because he got everybody rooting for him. Because here's the thing: he's young, he's charismatic. People like the guardian angel, but I don't need no protection in New York City. I'm from New York, so I'm from the hood. I'm street. And a lot of people was hood. Even if they're not from the hood, they understand.
If
they don't need
everybody was chilling, if everybody was happy, what you need protection from?
And that's the point I'm trying to make, because it's like everybody is focused on putting a Band-Aid on the situation instead of saying, okay, let's go to the hood and let's do an assessment of the root of the problem. And the root of the problem is programs, education, resources that has been allocated to other cities that don't need it. Let's put it back here. Because the biggest taxpayers are in the cities. So why the fuck they have the lowest level of programs? You know why? Because people are misappropriating their money. So we need to change that dynamic.
At one time, we had high schools that taught electrician, plumbing, mechanic, you know, the vocational schools. We
Next
had programs. McKee High School is one of them on Staten Island.
McKee,
we don't have enough programs for even kids that are into art and music.
We need to find a way, and we need to create, because here's what they're saying. America say they need a lot of building trades, right? There's a lot of jobs that's not being filled right now, right? So we need to start putting it back into the school system, because back in the 60s, they had building trade programs into the school system. You didn't have to go outside of school, out of high school, and try to get some type of certification for it. No, you can actually get your building trade license while you're in high school at the same time. So I think we need to bring that shit back.
Thanks,
We need to bring it
Reagan.
back. And it shouldn't be
That's
some
Ronald
special
Reagan's fault.
vocational school. It should just be all schools provide a building trade system so everybody have the right to be able to live a comfortable life. Because here's the thing, the skills that pays the bills is with your hands. And
Facts.
what's say if you don't got a job, you can freelance. It's always ways to make money, and that will eliminate crime a lot because
And-
it's always to make money if you got your hands and you got your skills. Nobody can take that away from you.
Absolutely. And also to add to what he's saying, because AI is becoming such a big thing, AI requires a lot of power, a lot of electricity. So guess what they're going to need more of? Electricians, more
Yes.
people that know how to fix hardware, more people. I'm going to
Robotic engineers too. If you want to go to school, college, robotic engineers.
If they're interested, look into data centers, buying or building data centers. Like, AI is definitely the next wave, and AI is crazy. Yo, the videos that I've been seeing that are made by AI are so crazy. Like, there's a few of them. One, Michael Jackson stealing people's chicken at KFC. I seen another one of Mr. Rogers and Tupac. Like, there's just like, it's just amazing though of how real that they look, and it's almost scary too. But at the same time, this is like how when Amazon first started, right? If you became a seller in Amazon in the first month that Amazon was out, you are chilling by now, right? So right
Facts.
now is the ground floor of AI. So you want to find some way, shape, or form that you can be in there, and whether that's as using your hands, which is being an electrician, getting into tech where you could program it, getting into the real estate aspect of it where you're creating the ways for it to be powered. There's so many different angles to try with it. You just have to go out and do it. So
one thing I wanted to point out real quick.
This episode.
One thing is big that I want to point out right now for anybody that don't know, Home Depot right now is providing their own personal certificates. Remind you, these for building trade jobs. These certificates is not licensed. I don't want you to mistake it for license, but these programs that they provide, like building trades, like plumber, HVAC, and all that stuff like that they provide right now, Home Depot. If you go to the Home Depot site, you can see it. Just remember that they're also doing job replacement. A lot of people don't realize that Home Depot also have trained professionals there. Like you don't always have to work as a plumber. You can actually be become a plumber or a skilled labor or a plumber and work for Home Depot and get paid a significant
they go
salary.
to Home Depot to get work done in their house.
And
yes,
they need
do.
somebody that has product knowledge. They have knowledge in general and can assist the customers that come in here. Because you got high skilled labor customers coming here to buy products, and sometimes there's some stuff they just not too sure of. And that's where you come along and you solicitate them by telling them what products they should get, depending on whatever the circumstances are. And what they're going to do is you're going to be trained in advance so you could be able to have a great conversation on what is the best products moving forward. Because Home Depot is giving people training right now. You can go online and sign up, and you can get a skill set in HVAC. It's more like an introductory level. I'm not going to sit there and say that it's going to be advanced, but it's something to get you started. And they also got job placement.
Yeah, and
So
even for homeowners,
take advantage of it.
people that own property, you can get this education. So maybe you could fix up things in your own house. You know what I mean? Like you don't necessarily have to use it to pursue a career. It could just be for common knowledge. You know what I mean? Like
why not take the course? Why not?
Instead
Especially if you got a little free time. Why not?
Hold up. I mean, there's people that mad at me for this one. Instead of binge watching all these shows on Netflix, go read a book. You know, like
that's just
go do a certification or something. Go learn something that could actually make you better instead of watching a program. You're really watching people living their dream. And you're sitting on a couch not living yours. So instead of watching other people live their dream, go out and create yours and then have the time to sit there and maybe watch theirs. So we definitely got to wrap it up. I hope everybody liked today's episode. We definitely touched on a lot of different things. Again, everybody go out on posseballs.com, get you some posse balls.
Go to posse balls, baby.
Get you some positive balls, get you some positivity in your life. Shout out to Red. I know he'll be back with us next week.
That's a fact.
In the meantime, between time, I hope everybody enjoyed. I'm your girl, Wendy Zizzo, here with Kirk the Jerk. We are Awareness Academy 411. Here with the 411 to give you the goods. So peace and blessings till next week.